Last Saturday, history was made in faraway Cardiff when Real Madrid made history, winning the Champions League back-to-back. Imagine the first club in the modern era to win the UEFA Champions League. Defeated Juventus 4-1 to emerge champion back-to-back in the history of Champions League. Champions League was renamed in 1992 UEFA Champions League from the old name of European Champions Club Cup. And Real Madrid, Zinedine Zidane, Cristiano Ronaldo, and the entire Galacticos made that history. A lot of pundits wanted Zidane to do it, and Zidane did it in grand style. He won the La Liga, he won again the Champions League that many coaches couldn't achieve even with Real Madrid. That's the way we are coming in this afternoon. We have a lot of information to give you on the menu in the world of sports this afternoon. Not only Champions League that Real Madrid won, Anthony Joshua, the news flitted in yesterday that probably Nigeria could host the rematch of Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. To be or not to be is only Eddie here, the promoter of Anthony Joshua, will give us details as it unfolds. But I'm not alone to do justice to all this information that we're going to dish out this moment. I have two gentlemen in-house this moment. One, we were here together the last time to do the preview of the UEFA Champions League together. Another is a friend, very close friend, ally in the world of sports journalism. He's been around, and not only that, he has the experience to do justice to all the analysis that we're going to be doing in the studio this afternoon. I have with me just this afternoon two gentlemen, one on my right hand side and the other on my left hand side. My right hand side has the Kubokwe and Prince Will of Vieson. Two gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to the studio.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here.
This week you saw that game too, and a lot of people did not believe that Zidane was going to do that magic, even though it was like a 50-50 affair, you know. But in the end, Zizou, they call him, was able to make history, winning the Champions League back-to-back, as they will say in local parlance, no be moi. So how do you respond to that?
Thank you very much, Tunji. I must say that the game between Real Madrid and Juventus was an epic game that so many football buffs, pundits, and classical researchers were looking up to, and it actually lived to its billing. What I really found interesting in that game was that both teams sized up each other, just like what Isaac said earlier on in the first half. But I think there were three major factors that came to play a key role in that game. One, the most hungrier team got it all done, and two, the fans of Real Madrid was just a very big plus, and three, Ronaldo came to the party, and I think it's a good one for Real Madrid making history.
So definitely a good one for Real Madrid making history and doing it in a very fantastic way. No doubt about that. We're going to move away from that, and we're going to talk about Anthony Joshua. With the news just flitted in yesterday that Nigeria could hold the rematch between Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. How do you see that? Do you see it coming? Is it possible in Nigeria?
It's a big talk. First and foremost, most people see the boxing trend as a very big money-spinning venture. Anthony Joshua is right now a phenomenon. His name is a household name. More so, speaking from the Nigerian point of view, is somebody which we must hold in all cloud. It's possible if we have our acts right, if we put our organization into proper perspective and get the right sponsor for it, because right over there, it's all about big money. That's just the truth. For that fight to actually hold here, we must have every nitty-gritty put in place. The government must be in support, because you're going to talk about security. Also, we must have those who will market this particular fight to its peak. But more importantly, what is the psyche of the people? How much support are we going to give to Anthony Joshua as a Nigerian Briton or as a British Nigerian? But I think it's possible.
Isaac, I'm coming to you about Anthony Joshua. Do you see Nigeria outshining all these other nations to do the rematch of Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko? Is it possible here?
Well, it's possible, and we're going to look at it from this angle. do we have the facility to host the world? That is one thing that we need to look at now. Hosting the world is going to be a thing of pride. It's something that all of us will be happy to see. But do we have the facility, do we have the capacity to host the world? That is what we need.
A country like Nigeria,
yes,
as big as we are.
The reason is that we know Nigeria is a sporting nation. That's what they know us as. But I can tell you, all our attention in this country, as far as sport is concerned, is being shifted to football. As a matter of fact, do have the facility to host the world? If the answer is yes, why not? It's going to be a thing of joy for the whole world to shift their attention to Nigeria, because that fight is going to be an epic fight too, because the whole world will be standing still for that fight. So if you look at what we have on ground, I look at the time frame, if we're able to meet up with the standard in terms of security, in terms of facility, in terms of sponsorship, why not?
Away from that, we move away from that, and we go to the main one, the D1, talking about this weekend. Nigeria is going to take on the Bafana of South Africa. The Nigerians are looking forward to that game. Do we have what it takes to beat the Bafana of South Africa in that game that we are going to play come Saturday in New York?
Tunji, we should go by what you've said and your simple, brief analysis. You've just given a thorough preview into that game. First and foremost, Nigerians and the world should know that the Super Eagles will be playing their 100 qualifying games in the African Nation Qualifying Series against South Africa. Two, the question you just asked is, do we have the grit to take on the South Africa? I can tell you that categorically, psychologically, we have it against South Africans. And when it comes to talent and skill, we have it against South Africans. For me, the South Africans have been putting up a mind game. The coach, Shadbasta, says he has injury worries, just by the way. But I think we have the talent, we have the skill. The camp is ripe and bubbling to go. And furthermore, Nigerians are fully ready to support the Super Eagles. I can assure anybody that it will be victory come Saturday.
Definitely. Coming from Priestry of Verson, there it will be victory. And that's what every Nigerians are expecting in that game. I'm coming to you, Isaac. We have crop of young players in the team now. Talk of Henacho, Iwobi, Kayode Olanrewaju that recently joined now. And, you know, a lot of questions have been raised. Because the kind of players that we used to have in the past, you know, most of them are, you know, aging or whatever. But now we have crop of young guys. Do you think they have the grit, the capacity, the capability to do that game and give Nigerians victory that they deserve or they are anticipating in this game on Saturday?
Yes, I think they have what it takes to qualify us to this coming Nation Cup. You know what it means for us to miss out on this coming Nation Cup again. You know, we missed the last two editions, and you know what it cost us for us not to have played in that nation. African football is not complete without Nigeria.
We are supposed to speak with the media officer of the team, Toyin Bitoye. I don't know if Toyin Bitoye is ready now. Let me try and, you know, connect him so we can just hear from the camp, from the inside camp, what is obtainable over there in Uyo and what is the atmosphere in Uyo like. Let us speak with Toyin Bitoye, the media officer of the Super Eagles. If he's ready for us, we are ready to roll, definitely. We are still awaiting words from Toyin. Hello. Good afternoon, Toyin Ibitoye, the media officer of Super Eagles. We are on live. You are on live to the studio of Sahara Sports this afternoon. We have in-house Prince Will of Yeson and Isaac Ubokwe doing justice to analysis as far as the game against the Bafana is concerned. We want to hear from you. What is happening there in Uyo? Are the players all in camp? What is the response in training now? Do we have any injury or any doubts concerning that game come Saturday? What is the situation like in camp as we speak? people wants to know because I was told from a reliable source that before the training this morning there was a minute silence on behalf of 1 year anniversary for great Stephen Keshi, the former coach and captain of the team that died about 1 year ago. Can you just try shed more light on this? That's a good one. There was this report before now. I don't know if it has been doused or has been put to rest. The issue of Ramadan fasting among the players, there are some Muslims amongst them, Ahmed Musa and some other players, that they are having issue with the fasting and getting to prepare for this competition. How has the coach been able to take care of this situation?
All right, Tony, what's the preparation against the crowd, security-wise? All right, thank you so very much.
Thank you very much for speaking with us this afternoon. Tony Ibitoye, Media Officer, Super Eagles of Nigeria. I hope when we call again, you're definitely going to oblige and talk to us here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Tony Ibitoye, the Media Officer of Super Eagles, and he was able to give us some inside information as far as the team is concerned as they get prepared for this weekend's game against the Bafana of South Africa. Away from that, and that is where we are going, the main one, the D1. Exactly 1 year now that we lost a legend. We lost an icon of Nigerian football. We call him Big Boss. His name is Stephen Okechukwu Keshi. But it's no more now. It's just 1 year. So, and a lot of things, and you look at it, has anything changed? A lot of promises were made that even they were going to immortalize, they were going to do this, they were going to do that. But after 1 year, I was at his burial. I saw what happened. He was buried July 29th last year. And, a lot of people were expected at that burial. But we never saw people that really mattered and they were supposed to be at that burial. Now, promises were made. Have they been able to fulfill the promise? 1 year after the death of Chris Okechukwu Keshi, what has changed in all of this? Prince Will, I'm coming to you.
What has changed? Nothing has changed, Tunji. We must be honest with ourselves. It is still the same promises, same players, who gave in their sweat, who served the nation diligently, gets nothing. A case in hand is still that of Samuel Okparaji. Stephen Okechukwu Keshi is an epitome of Nigerian football. He epitomizes what every player dreams to be. He captained the national team, he won the Nations Cup, played for the national team, became a coach, became a center point for the coaches, fought for a lot of rights when it comes to the players' obligatory needs. It's just unfortunate that the way we handle things in this part of the world, we don't show concern when it's needed. As I'm talking to you, nobody knows where Stephen Okechukwu Keshi family actually is right now. Promises, in fact, the worst one is the stadium that was named after him in Delta State is filtered with grass.
A deserted stadium.
A complete, that's just what to
A deserted stadium.
A national hero. I think with the remembrance of his 1 year in mind, we should begin to reassert and reevaluate how we give our hero a befitting past.
Well, it's unfortunate that we're in a nation where we don't appreciate our own while they are still alive. And when they are gone, we forget them totally as well. Look at the case of Rashidi Ekini. As a matter of fact, these two players, Rashidi Ekini, Stephen Keshi, and the rest of them have done this country proud in their playing days. And the case of Stephen Keshi is a different one entirely, because he coached this country and he won the last Nation Cup for this country. I don't think he deserved this or the family deserved this. These people have given everything to make sure that they make the country proud. Now that he's no more, I mean, we're supposed to look at it from the angle that this man needs to be remembered. But that have been the issue with us in this country. We keep on doing the same thing and we expect a different result. It doesn't happen that way. In other part of the world, things like this don't happen. But I think the young guys that are coming up, they shouldn't be discouraged. We are moving there gradually. It doesn't matter what has been happening before, but what we have right now as hope is that things are changing now. And I think with time, we'll be able to take absolute control of all the situations that we have at hand right now. Keshi will forever remain in our minds. We'll never forget him as a AFCON winner, as a player, and also as a coach. As a matter of fact, he won the last one for us, and after then, we're not even qualified to Nation Cup anymore. So when we look at this is enough reason for NFF to say that there's need for us to honor this man. Well, it's no more with us right now, but the memory will never die about Stephen Keshi.
Definitely.
He was a leader, he was a champion, and I think we'll remember him for this forever. He lives forever.
Keshi lives on, Keshi lives forever, he remains in our heart. That is the word of Isaac Ubokwe, even at this point in time. I look at the issue is far, far beyond NFF alone. Even the government have a lot to play in this situation. That is the way we're going to be wrapping up this moment. And I think we've really been able to put something across to you. And I hope you enjoy yourself listening to us, watching us. And it's something that I think is rewarding. So that's the way we're going to be wrapping up at this point in time. Thank you, Prince Will, for coming. We called you and you came here. And we hope when we call again, you will answer us.
Anytime, it's a passion. Thanks for inviting me.
Always a pleasure. Isaac, as usual, you are here. And I think it's something that when we call again, you will come.
It's my pleasure too.
Okay. So that's the way we'll be wrapping up this moment. Enjoy the rest of your day.